Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Are you new to gardening and feel overwhelmed by all the things you need to know? Don't worry. Today we're going to share the top 10 gardening hacks every beginner should know. With these tips, you'll be able to grow a beautiful garden even if you're just starting out. So grab your gloves and let's get planting. Tip number 1. Start small. When you're new to gardening, it's easy to get carried away with visions of a bountiful harvest, overflowing with colorful blooms and fresh veggies. But trust me, starting small is the key to success, especially when you're just starting to get your hands dirty. Think about it like this. You wouldn't build a farmhouse without a solid foundation, would you? Gardening is the same way. A small raised bed or even just a few pots on your porch is the perfect way to dip your toes into the world of gardening without feeling overwhelmed. And when it comes to choosing your first plants, go for easy-to-grow varieties that will give you quick wins and boost your confidence. Lettuce, radishes, and marigolds are all fantastic choices for beginner gardeners. They're like the shiplap of the plant world, classic, low maintenance, and always bring a smile to your face. Imagine stepping outside and snipping a few fresh leaves of lettuce for your salad, or watching with pride as those cheerful marigolds burst into bloom. Those small victories are what make gardening so rewarding, and they'll inspire you to keep growing and learning with each passing season. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a race. Start small, embrace the learning process, and most importantly, have fun. Before you know it, you'll be transforming your outdoor space into a little slice of paradise, one plant at a time. Now let's talk about hack number 2, and y'all, this one is all about turning trash into treasure. Don't you dare throw away those eggshells. Those little beauties are like a secret weapon for your garden. You see, eggshells are packed with calcium, and calcium is essential for strong, healthy plant growth. Think of it as the bone-building milk for your plants. Crushing those eggshells up is like giving your garden a calcium boost, helping your plants grow tall and strong. It's incredibly easy to do. Once you've used the eggs for your breakfast scramble or that delicious batch of cookies, simply rinse out the shells and let them dry. Then, crush them up into smaller pieces. You can use your hands, a rolling pin, or even a food processor if you want to get fancy. Sprinkle those crushed eggshells around the base of your plants, gently working them into the soil. It's like giving your plants a special treat, and they'll thank you for it with lush foliage and vibrant blooms. Plus, you get to feel good about reducing waste and giving your garden a little extra love the natural way. Hack 3 is all about saving money and being resourceful. Let's face it, gardening supplies can add up, but you don't need a fancy store-bought watering can to keep your plants happy and hydrated. You can easily create your own DIY watering can using an empty plastic bottle. I bet you have one lying around your house right now. It's amazing how something so simple can be repurposed into a handy gardening tool. Just grab an old plastic bottle, any size will do, and give it a good rinse. Then, poke several small holes in the cap using a nail, a thumbtack, or even a pen. Fill your DIY watering can with water, screw on the cap, and you're ready to give your plants a gentle drink. The water will slowly seep out of the holes, providing a nice, even watering for your seedlings and delicate plants. Not only is this a budget-friendly alternative to buying a watering can, but it's also a great way to reduce plastic waste. It's a win-win for your wallet and the environment. Now let's talk about hack 4, and this one is all about working with nature to keep those pesky pests at bay. Companion planting. It's like creating a harmonious garden community where plants look out for each other. The idea is simple. Certain plants, when planted together, can naturally repel pests. It's like having your own little army of garden protectors working behind the scenes. One of my favorite combinations is basil and tomatoes. Not only do they taste delicious together, but basil acts as a natural deterrent for tomato hornworms and other common tomato pests. Another classic pairing is marigolds and vegetables. Marigolds release a strong scent that repels aphids, whiteflies, and even some harmful nematodes. Plus, they add a cheerful pop of color to your veggie patch. Hack number 5 is music to the ears of all you coffee lovers out there. Don't you dare toss those used coffee grounds in the trash. They're like black gold for your acid-loving plants. If you're a fan of blueberries, hydrangeas, or azaleas, this hack is for you. These beauties thrive in slightly acidic soil, and coffee grounds can help create the perfect pH balance for them to flourish. Simply sprinkle a thin layer of used coffee grounds around the base of your plants, gently working them into the soil. The grounds will decompose over time, adding valuable nutrients to the soil and increasing its acidity. Not only will your acid-loving plants thank you for the extra boost, but you'll also be reducing waste and giving those coffee grounds a second life in your garden. It's a win-win for everyone. For Hack 6, we're talking about starting seeds on a budget. Now, you don't need to spend a fortune on fancy seed starting trays when you have perfectly good toilet paper rolls just waiting to be repurposed. It's one of my favorite ways to give those cardboard tubes a new lease on life and reduce waste in the process. Here's how it works. Once you've used up a roll of toilet paper, simply cut it in half or thirds, depending on the size of your seeds. You'll now have biodegradable, eco-friendly seed starting pots that are perfect for getting your seedlings off to a great start. Fill each cardboard tube with seed starting mix, moisten it well, and plant your seeds according to the instructions on the packet. Place your DIY seed starting pots in a tray or container to catch any excess water and provide stability. When your seedlings are big enough to transplant, you can plant the entire cardboard tube directly into the ground or a larger pot. The cardboard will decompose naturally, adding organic matter to the soil. Chapter 7. Hack 7 is all about giving your garden a cozy blanket of protection and moisture retention with mulch. Think of mulch as a magic carpet for your plants, keeping the soil cool and moist, preventing weeds from taking over, and adding a beautiful finished look to your garden beds. The best part? You can use a variety of materials for mulch, so it's also a budget-friendly way to give your garden some extra TLC. One of my favorite types of mulch is straw. It's lightweight, easy to spread, and does a fantastic job of suppressing weeds and retaining moisture. Fallen leaves are another great option. They're free, readily available in the fall, and decompose over time, adding nutrients to the soil. And if you're looking for a more unique and sustainable option, try using shredded newspaper as mulch. It works wonders at blocking weeds and decomposes quickly, adding organic matter to your garden beds. Chapter 8. The Sponge Trick Happy Hydrated Plants. Hack 8 is a game changer for all your potted plants out there, and it involves a surprising household item, sponges. That's right, those squishy cleaning wonders can actually help your potted plants thrive. Here's the secret. Before you pot your plant, place a clean sponge at the bottom of the pot. It's like giving your plants a built-in reservoir of water, ensuring they always have access to a little extra hydration. The sponge will absorb excess water, preventing the soil from becoming waterlogged and suffocating the roots. This is especially helpful if you tend to overwater your plants. Don't worry, we've all been there. The sponge acts as a buffer, preventing the roots from sitting in soggy soil. Plus, the sponge will slowly release moisture back into the soil as it dries out, providing a more consistent level of hydration for your plants. Chapter 9. Recycle, reuse, rewater. Hack 9 is all about being resourceful and giving your plants a nutritious treat with recycled water. That's right, you don't always have to reach for the hose or watering can when your plants are thirsty. Think about all the water that goes down the drain in your kitchen every day. Instead of letting that precious H2O go to waste, why not give it a second life in your garden? The next time you're rinsing fruits or vegetables, boiling pasta, or even hard-boiling eggs, don't pour that water down the drain. Let it cool to room temperature, then use it to water your plants. The water will contain trace amounts of nutrients from the food, acting like a mini fertilizer for your garden. Your plants will love the extra boost, and you'll feel good about conserving water. Chapter 10. DIY Pest Spray. Gentle but effective. And finally, hack number 10 is a tried and true recipe for a natural pest spray that's gentle on your plants but tough on those pesky bugs. This DIY pest spray is made with simple ingredients you probably already have in your pantry, so you can whip up a batch whenever you need it. To make your own natural pest spray, you'll need a spray bottle, water, dish soap. Look for a gentle, biodegradable formula, and white vinegar. Fill your spray bottle with water, leaving a little space at the top. Add a few drops of dish soap, a little goes a long way, and a tablespoon or two of white vinegar. The dish soap helps to break down the outer coating of insects, while the vinegar adds an extra punch of pest-fighting power. Give the bottle a good shake to mix everything together, and your DIY pest spray is ready to go. And there you have it, 10 easy gardening hacks for beginners. I hope these simple tips and tricks will inspire you to get out in the garden and grow something beautiful. Remember, gardening is all about experimenting, learning, and having fun along the way. Have you tried any of these hacks, or do you have your own tips to share? Let us know in the comments. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more gardening advice. Until next time, happy gardening!